Superhero Day 3. The night comes the same way it always does. Not dramatic, not cinematic, just the day finally runs out of room and the dark slides in like it owns the place. Sharon turns in early. She says she's tired, and she tries to make it sound normal, like this is just a regular life rhythm now. But I can tell she's still adjusting to everything. The newness of being safe. The weirdness of being safe, like her body doesn't trust it yet. It's around 11. The apartment is quiet in that way where you can hear everything you normally ignore. My fridge hum, the heat clicking on and off, a car door outside, someone's muffled TV through the wall. I'm standing in the hallway with my uniform in my hands, looking at it like it's a decision. Black hose, black pants, black socks, black sneakers, black shirt with those little white tints that catch light if a car passes or if someone sweeps a flashlight too quick. It's not a costume, it's just what works, and I hate that it works. I slip the clothes on slowly, not because I'm trying to be careful for me, because I'm trying to be careful for her. The wooden floor always has that one creak by the door. It's like the building is keeping score. Usually I don't even think about it. Tonight I do. I step around it like it's a landmine. I move my hand to the knob and I pause there for a second, listening. I can hear Sharon's breathing from the bedroom, faint, steady. It's the first time in a while I've had another person's presence in my space that feels steady, like I'm not just living between tasks. I don't want to wake her, not because I'm hiding something for the thrill of it, because if she looks at me like I'm dangerous, or broken, or reckless, I don't know what that does to her, and I don't know what that does to me. I don't want her carrying my night on top of her own. So I open the door slowly. The hinge gives that tiny whisper, the kind of sound you only notice when you're trying not to make any. I slip out, and even though I close it gently, carefully, it still makes that slight click at the end, like the lock wants to announce itself. I freeze. I wait. Nothing. Then, faint movement from the bedroom. Not footsteps. Not talking. Just that shifting sound people make when they wake for half a second, and don't fully wake. My chest tightens. I stand there in the dark hallway outside my apartment for a second longer than I need to, like I'm giving her time to fall back into sleep. Then, I go. Chapter 2. The normal spot. My companion is already there. He always is. Same spot. Same posture. Like he blends into the night better than I do. Like he knows how to be invisible without trying. He looks at me as I approach, and the first thing he says is, "So what are we doing tonight?" I let out a small breath. Not a laugh, more like a tired exhale. "You're asking me?" I say. "I'm just here to help." "You're the, what do you even call yourself?" He gives me this look like I'm about to annoy him on purpose. "You just call me a detective," he says. "Don't call me a cop. Don't call me a copper. I haven't heard that wording forever." "Okay," I say. "Detective." He nods, like that's enough. Then he looks at me again, more serious now. "How do you even get away with all this? You're not on duty. None of this is allowed." He says it like he's asking about weather, and I don't answer right away, because the truth is messy. "Yeah," I finally say. "That's a whole other story. You should hear what my bosses complain about. All the way up the chain. Lieutenants. Everybody." He snorts. "And you still do it." "Yeah," I say, and it comes out simple because it is simple, because it needs to be done. He leans back slightly. "So no crime tonight?" "Not that I know of." He looks like he's about to relax, like he's about to let his shoulders drop for once. But I already feel it, that restless itch, the kind that shows up when things are quiet but not actually quiet, when you know the city is still doing what it does, just out of sight. "If you got no crime," he says, "then I know where I'm going. Home." I stand up. He watches me like I'm about to do something stupid. "Well," I say, "I'm not." I start walking. He moves fast, catches up immediately. "Where are you going?" "There's nowhere to go tonight." I don't look at him yet. "Oh yes, there is," I say, and I keep walking. Chapter 3. The club that shakes the street. You can hear the club before you see it. Not hear it like music. Hear it like a machine. It starts around 9:30, and it goes until morning. It doesn't care who has work. It doesn't care who has kids. It doesn't care who needs sleep. The bass hits your chest if you drive by. It literally vibrates up through the tires. And it's not just the club, it's the cars around it, blasting their own music like a competition, like noise is a currency. The building itself is a mess. High-rises that don't really feel like high-rises anymore. Most of the people here aren't renters, they're just people who ended up here because everything else got too expensive, too complicated, too far away. Squatters, families, people who don't talk to anyone because you learn quickly that talking can get you noticed. The club takes the entire first floor, down into the basement, like it dug itself into the place. There are people outside of all ages. Some dressed to be seen, some dressed to disappear. Some just pacing like they're waiting for a decision from someone else. My companion slows down when we get close. He looks at the line, the crowd, the movement. He leans in, like he doesn't want the night to hear him. "We're not going in there," he says. "Yes," I say. "We are." His face tightens. "You're gonna get us killed. There's thousands of people in there." "Yeah," I say. "But there's only a few people doing the real damage." He shakes his head. "Even if you stop it tonight, it comes back tomorrow. What help is that?" I stare at the building. I can feel the bass in my ribs. "It's a start," I say. "That's all. Just a start." He opens his mouth again and I cut him off, not harshly, just firmly. "I can't keep walking past this," I say. "I can't pretend it's not happening just because it's loud and inconvenient." He studies me. Then, quieter, "We don't have guns. We don't have anything." I nod. I know. He waits for me to back off. I don't. "But we do have eyes," I say. "We have the ability to show up." He looks like he hates that I'm right. Or maybe he hates that I'm stubborn. Either way, we move. Chapter 4. The Door. There's a long line. The bouncer is doing what bouncers do, acting like he's guarding a kingdom instead of a basement club that smells like sweat and spilled drinks. He looks at me, looks at my friend, then looks past us like we don't matter. He's watching the girls in short skirts, the guys dressed like they're trying to impress someone they don't even like. I step up. "Let me in," I say. He laughs once. "Get out of here, bud. This isn't your kind of place." I get closer, not aggressive, just close enough that he has to actually see me. "I want in," I say. He squints. No. I reach into my wallet slowly so he sees it. I don't flash it. I don't wave it. I just let it be obvious. "Would 100 do?" I ask. "Or 2? His eyes flick. He's not thinking about rules. He's thinking about what he can buy later. He takes a half step back, like he doesn't want his face too close to mine anymore. "100's fine," he mutters. I hand it over. He opens the gate. We walk in. My companion exhales like he's been holding his breath since we left the car. "That was tense," he says. I glance at him. It wasn't tense. He gives me a look. "Were you really going to—" "I don't want to fight," I say, cutting him off. "Not unless I have to." I nod back toward the bouncer. He wasn't interested in us. He was interested in money. That's it. My companion shakes his head. "You're impossible." "Yeah," I say. "I know." Chapter 5. Watching inside. It's exactly what you think it is. Heat, noise, bodies. The air feels used up. Phones are everywhere, screens glowing in the dark like little flashlights. People filming themselves dancing like the world outside doesn't exist. We find a big bar in the center, people packed around it, dancing all around it, like the bar is the heart and the whole place is pulsing. But off to the side there's a different line. Not for drinks. You can tell because people don't laugh while they're in it. They don't flirt. They don't dance in place. They stand still. They look left and right. Not obvious, but enough. We go upstairs, to a perch where we can see without being seen. We order 2 beers because it's the easiest way to look normal. I hold mine for a while without drinking it. It's cold in my hand, condensation running down the bottle, my hand still sore from the other night. Every time my fingers tighten, I feel the bruise. My companion sips his like he's trying to calm himself down. We watch. And after a few minutes it becomes clear. One bartender isn't bartending. He's just standing there. As people walk up, he nods. Like they're already in agreement. They put a hand on the bar, cash under the palm. He slides them a small baggie. No drink, no receipt, no pretending. Over and over. It's so open, it almost makes me angry more than the drugs do. Like they're daring the world to stop them. I lean slightly forward, eyes locked, and I feel that familiar heat in my chest. Not rage exactly, more like disgust, frustration. Not because they're doing it. Because they're doing it where everyone has to live with the aftermath. Where kids walk past in the daytime, where people try to sleep, where Sharon used to pretend her bruises were nothing. My companion leans in. You seeing this? Yeah, I say. We count. 20, 30. Then the bigger guy shows up. Suit, heavy build, the kind of guy who doesn't need to yell because the room already moves around him. He opens the cash box right there behind the bar, counts without stress, then closes it, pats the bartender on the shoulder like he's giving feedback, and walks away. Like it's a business. Like it's a job. My companion whispers, "You want the cash." I don't even look at him. I don't care about the cash. But I care about what's in those baggies, I say. That's what ends up ruining people. That's what keeps the building stuck. That's what turns apartments into cages. He's quiet after that. I can tell he's doing the math in his head. The risk, the crowd, the exits. And I get it, because I'm doing it too. I just can't walk away. Not after last night. Not after Sharon. Not after hearing the club shake the street like it's allowed. Okay, my companion finally says, like he hates the word coming out. So what's the move? I stare at the bartender. I feel my heartbeat in my throat. We wait, I say. And when it's clean, we move. Chapter 6. The line. We get in the sideline, like we belong. I hate how easy it is to pretend. We chat like customers. We laugh at nothing. We hold our beers like props. I keep mine near my mouth a few times so it looks real. I taste it once. Bitter. Warm now. The bartender looks at us when we're next. He nods like he's bored. So, he says. How much? I keep my face neutral. I don't want to act like I don't know the language. The usual, I say. I want to see if he reacts. He doesn't. "10 large, he says. For a second, my brain stalls. 10 large. I glance at my companion and I can see the same reaction in his eyes. Are you kidding? But we don't have time to freeze. Everything is happening too fast and too slow at the same time. I take my beer. And right before I do it, there's a tiny moment, half a second, where I feel my body asking me to stop. Not because it's wrong, because it's dangerous. But I do it anyway. I throw the beer straight into the bartender's face. It's instant chaos in a tiny circle. He flinches, splutters, curses, blinded for a second. I shove him down behind the bar hard enough that he hits the floor. The hand screams at me as it connects. The bruise lights up like a warning. I grab the baggies. My companion is already moving, faster than I thought he would. He's pulling the cash box out from under the bar in one clean motion. People nearby stop, heads turn, a few phones raise. I don't want to fight, I don't want panic. I point sharp, firm. Keep the music on, I say, loud enough to cut through the moment. It's a stupid thing to say, but it works, because nobody wants attention from a crowd this big. Even the bartenders serving actual drinks look annoyed, not eager to get involved. Like this is just another problem they don't want. I hit one of the guys behind the bar once, not to punish, just to keep hands off us. We move. We don't linger. We don't celebrate. We just go. Chapter 7. The tunnel and the suit getting out is the hardest part. Not because of doors, because of bodies. Because the crowd is unpredictable, and unpredictability is where things go wrong. We push through the tunnel toward the exit, and my mind is already running through worst cases. Knife, bottle, someone trying to be a hero, someone trying to prove something. And then the suit guy appears. He's blocking just enough of the walkway to make it clear he wants us to stop. His eyes are cold, but not surprised. Like he expected this to happen eventually. He looks at the bag in my hand. "That's not yours," he says. My companion's shoulders tense beside me. I feel my heart beat in my fingers. "You don't want to mess with me," the suit guy adds. I stare at him. I don't raise my voice. I don't threaten. I just say it flat. "You're poisoning this place," I say. Every person you sell to, that doesn't end at the bar. That ends in apartments, stairwells, hallways. It ends in people getting hurt. He smirks like he's heard speeches before. I take a step closer. Not invading, just close enough that he can't pretend I'm not real. I'm not taking it tonight, I say. Not here. You think you did something? You think this stops anything? And he's right. It doesn't stop anything. Not cleanly. Not permanently. But it changes the next few hours. It buys time. It makes it harder for someone to get a baggie 5 minutes from now. And that matters. My companion moves before I do. Not wild, not brutal. Just decisive. He grabs the suit guy's wrist, controls the space between them, and drives a fist into his face once. Just once. Enough to drop the confidence out of the moment. The suit guy stumbles back, shocked more than hurt, and my companion leans in close, voice low, urgent. Listen, he says. If you're here tomorrow night, this place gets scraped. Not by us, by my world. Cameras, warrants, noise you don't want. The suit guy blinks, wiping his mouth with the back of his hand. He looks at me like he's trying to decide if we're bluffing. I don't nod. I don't smile. I just hold his gaze. Not power. Presence. A steady I'm not leaving energy. Finally, he mutters. Fine. My companion doesn't ease up. You got me? The suit guy swallows. I got you. Then go, my companion says. And we move. Because staying would be the mistake. Chapter 8. Outside, we hit the street. And the air feels different. Colder. Cleaner. Real. The line outside is still there. People still waiting to get in like nothing happened. My companion looks down at the cash box in his hands. Then he looks at me. Now what? I don't think long. Not because I'm reckless. Because I'm tired of money being the reason people do what they do. Give it away, I say. He stares. What? You heard me. He opens the cash box. And he throws it, cash spilling into the sidewalk like confetti nobody planned for. For a second, there's silence. Then people rush in, hands everywhere, shouting, scrambling, greed, desperation, excitement, all mixed. It's ugly, but it's also a diversion, a release valve, a way for us to disappear before someone decides to chase us. We turn down a side street and we're gone. My companion is breathing hard, not from running, from adrenaline. You're gonna get me killed, he says again, like it's his only prayer. I don't answer immediately, because part of me agrees, and I hate that. We walk toward the river. The bag in my hand feels heavier now, not because of the weight, because of what it represents, how many people it would have touched. We don't talk much. The quiet after loud is always weird, like your ears don't know what to do. At the river's edge, we stop, and this is where I hesitate. Because dumping it isn't clean either. Nothing is clean. If we keep it, it's dangerous. If we toss it, it's still poison in the world. My companion watches me, waiting. I pull my phone out, screen dimmed, and I type fast. No flourish. Just a location and a simple message to a number I know my companion has access to, through channels I don't ask about. Drop site. Evidence. Now. I show him the screen. He nods once. We don't throw it into the river. We don't make it somebody else's problem downstream. We set the bag in a sealed container we brought for exactly this reason, because the night forces you to learn small precautions, and we tuck it in a place that's hidden but retrievable. Not perfect, but better. I stand there for a second longer than I need to, staring at the dark water. And that missing feeling shows up again. Not like sadness, more like a quiet gap in my chest that doesn't fill no matter what I do. Like I keep making the world lighter for other people, and I still can't find what's missing in me. My companion breaks the silence. That's it? He asks. That's it, I say. I offer him my hand. He hesitates, then shakes it. His grip is tight. Ryu. That'll do for tonight, I say. He exhales. One step at a time. Yeah, I say. One step. Chapter 9. Home. When I get back to my building, everything feels too quiet. The hallway smells faintly like someone's laundry detergent. Like normal life is still happening behind doors, even while the night does what it does. I move toward my door like I'm carrying a secret that weighs more than my body. I unlock it. I open it slow. The creak is still there, softer now because I'm careful. Inside, I can hear Sharon moving around in the bedroom. Not asleep, not fully. Just awake enough. She doesn't come out, she doesn't call my name. And honestly, that hits harder than if she did, because it means she's listening, and it means she's waiting. I slip into my room quietly, close the door, and sit on the edge of the bed. My hand aches, my shoulders ache, my brain is still loud. I stare at the wall for a minute, letting the adrenaline drain out like water. It's quiet, it's nice. And it's also different now, because she's here. Even when she doesn't speak, even when she stays in the bedroom, just knowing she's in the next room changes the shape of the quiet. And that matters more than I want to admit. Chapter 10, The Next Night. The next night we do the same thing. Same street. Same bass shaking the neighborhood. Same bouncer. He gives me a look when we approach like he remembers my eyes from last time. I hand him 200 without a word. He doesn't blink. He opens the gate. We go back to our perch. We sit. We watch. We wait. And we wait. The bartender is there. Drinks are being served. But that sideline, it's gone. No baggies. No nodding. No cash under palms. No suit. Just music and sweat, and people pretending they're free for a few hours. I don't feel proud. I feel tired. Because it worked for a night. And a night is still something. But a night is not a solution. We leave without incident, and as we walk away, my companion glances back at the building, like he expects it to change its mind and chase us. "You think they'll be back tomorrow?" he asks. I don't answer. Like I know. Because I don't. "We'll see," I say. That's all I can say. Chapter 11. Sharon's Question. When I get home, Sharon is on the couch. Blanket over her legs. A cup near her hands. TV on, but I don't think she's watching it. She looks up when I step in. And there it is. That mix of worry and trust that keeps growing and scares me at the same time. "What are you doing at night?" she asks. Not accusatory, not angry, scared. It scares me. I stand there for a second, keys still in my hand. My throat tightens. "I'm just trying to make a difference," I say. She shakes her head slightly, like she's trying to understand. "Do you have to do it at night? Why can't you do it in the light?" "I do it in the light too," I say, and I mean it. But you can't reach everything during the day. Some things only show up when the sun's gone. She looks at me for a long second. Then quieter, "Will you tell me about it?" "Not tonight," I say, because if I start talking right now, I don't know where it ends. She holds my gaze anyway, and I feel that pressure, her needing to feel safe, in a way I can't guarantee with words. I step closer, not to convince her, just to be there. "Can you keep a secret?" I ask. Her eyebrows lift. "You know I can," she says. "But only 1 or 2 more nights until you tell me." I swallow. "That's fair. It's more than fair." "I need to know I'm safe," she adds, and her voice cracks a little on the last word. And that cracks something in me too. I nod once, not promising the world, just promising what I can. "You'll always be safe here," I say, and I mean it the only way I know how, by staying.